Good morning, everybody. We all have heard words like I, me, my, you, mine, his, etc. What are they? They are pronouns. The words that are used in place of nouns are called pronouns. Today, we are going to start with a new topic that is pronouns. What are pronouns? Pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. For example, that is Ali. Now, instead of Ali, I am going to use a pronoun. He is a wrestler. So the sentence is that is Ali. He is a wrestler. Instead of repeating the word Ali again and again, I used a pronoun instead of the word noun that was Ali. This is Meena. She is my sister. The noun that is substituted by the pronoun is called the antecedent of the pronoun. There are 9 types of pronouns: personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, distributive pronoun, indefinite pronoun, relative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun. These are some of the examples of the pronouns that we talked about. First one is personal pronoun: I, you, he, it. Possessive pronoun: my, yours, hers, theirs. Relative pronoun: that, which, who, whom, whose. Demonstrative pronoun: this, that, these, those. Reciprocal pronoun: each other, one another. Emphatic pronouns or reflexive pronouns: myself, yourself, herself, himself. This is the singular form, and the plural form of it is ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Indefinite pronouns: anyone, anything, each, everybody, everyone, etc. Interrogative pronouns: what, which, whom, whose, etc. These are some of the examples of the pronouns. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss about the kinds of pronouns. First one is personal pronoun. As the name suggests, refers to a person or thing. A personal pronoun is a word that substitutes the proper noun of a person. It distinguishes between the speaker, listener, and the person about whom the speaker and the listener are talking. It also shows the gender and number of the noun it replaces. For speaker, we use first person pronoun. For listener, we use second person pronoun. For third person, we use third person pronoun. Personal pronoun is further being divided into two parts. The first one is subject pronoun and second one is object pronoun. Subject pronoun includes I, we, you, he, she, they, and it. Whereas the object pronoun includes me, us, you, him, her, them, and it. For example, I rode an elephant at the safari. Now, here I is the subject pronoun. Another example: Raj called out to us. Here, us is the object pronoun. Now we move on to the next pronoun, possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun is a word that indicates possession, ownership of something or someone. In this pronoun, no apostrophe is used. In the possessive pronoun, no apostrophe is used. Words like mine, ours, yours, his, hers, and theirs are possessive pronouns. Do not confuse them with the possessive adjectives, that is the determiners. For example, these children are mine. Here, mine is the possessive pronoun. I think that coat is yours. Yours is the possessive pronoun because determiners are the words that show the importance of noun. So they are always placed before the noun. For example, this shirt is mine. So here this is the determiner because it is used before a noun to show the importance of shirt. So do not get confused between possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives. Now comes demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun is a word used to point out something. Words like this, that, these, and those are demonstrative pronouns. For example, that is an ostrich. These books are these are the books you wanted. So these are demonstrative pronouns. Interrogative pronoun. When I talk about interrogative pronoun, they are again, they tell you about the WH family. Interrogative pronoun is a word written at the beginning of a sentence to ask the question, and questions are asked by WH family. Words like whom, who, what, which, and whose are interrogative pronouns. For example, who ate my sandwich? Another example, which is your dress? So this is the way we use interrogative pronoun. Distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun refers to, it denotes person or thing as single or in a group. Words like either, neither, each, some, and everyone are distributive pronouns. For example, everyone should be polite and gentle. Here, everyone is distributive pronoun. Each of the boys climbed the wall. Here, each is the distributive pronoun. Because distributive pronoun denotes person or things as single or in a group. Indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun is a word that does not refer to any person, amount, or thing in particular. Words like anyone, anything, anybody, everybody, everyone, all, one, something, several, and few are indefinite pronouns. For example, someone knocked at my door at night. Here, someone is indefinite pronoun. Some amount of B plus B positive blood is available at the blood bank. Here, some is the indefinite pronoun because it does not refer to any person, amount, or thing in particular. That's why these words like anyone, anything, anybody are used as indefinite pronoun. They are talking about things in general only. Relative pronoun. When I talk about relative pronoun, they are used to introduce relative clause. Now, relative pronoun is a word that introduces a relative clause or join two sentences. Now, if it needs to join two sentences, it needs words like that, whom, who, whom, which, whose, whoever, whichever, and whatever. They are relative pronouns. For example, I ate everything that she served on my plate. Here, that is relative pronoun. It is joining two sentences using a relative clause, and the word that is used in between is a relative pronoun. I hit the man who beat you last week. Here, who is a relative pronoun. When I talk about who and whom, these pronouns are used with antecedents which are people or animals. These pronouns cannot be used to refer non-living things. For example, Bruno is the one who chewed up my shoes. Here, who is the relative pronoun, which this pronoun here in relative pronoun which is used, and this pronoun is used to refer non-living things, unnamed animals and ideas. For example, this is the house which I was talking about. Here, which is the relative pronoun. That that is also a relative pronoun, and this pronoun can be used for anything like animals, people, or non-living things. For example, this is the tree that has the strongest bark. Here, that is the relative pronoun. The relative pronouns like what, whoever, whichever, and whatever do not have specific antecedent. These pronouns are referred to as indefinite relative pronouns. So you need to keep in mind what is the importance of who, whom, which, that, how are they used. When I talk about who and whom, they are used with antecedents which are people or animals. They cannot be used to refer the non-living things. But which is the pronoun which is used to refer the non-living things, unnamed animals, and ideas. That is used, can be used with anything like animals, people, or non-living things. Whereas what, whoever, whichever, and whatever do not have specific antecedent. These pronouns are referred to as indefinite relative pronouns. Now we move on to the next pronoun, reflexive pronoun. When I talk about reflexive pronoun, it is a word that refers back to the subject. As we look into the mirror and we see ourselves there. Words like myself, yourself, themselves, herself, and himself are reflexive pronouns. For example, I will clean these cobwebs myself. Here, myself is a reflexive pronoun. They will decorate their stalls themselves. Here, themselves is a reflexive pronoun. Now, they are categorized into two, the singular as well as the plural form. So, if I say myself, itself, herself, yourself, the other forms, yourselves, themselves, yourselves, ourselves, the plural form of it is used. Reflexive pronouns are words that end in self with the singular form and selves when in plural form, and are only applied whenever the subject and object of the sentence are similar. I did it by myself. A reflexive pronoun can function as a direct or indirect object. Emphatic pronoun. When I talk about emphatic pronoun, it is a word similar to reflexive pronoun, but it puts more emphasis on the subject. For example, I myself cleaned all the cobwebs. Here, myself is acting as emphatic pronoun. But if in the same sentence, I twist the sentence a little bit and say, I will clean these cobwebs myself. So here, the reflection is shown. So that's why the myself is acting as reflexive pronoun there. But if I say the sentence, I myself, I am stressing on that word. I myself cleaned all the cobwebs. Another example, they themselves decorated their stalls for the carnival. Again, they themselves, here themselves is acting as the emphatic pronoun. Now, these were all the kinds of pronouns. It's time for the assignments now. This is not an assignment actually. This is a game for you all. How to play, I'll tell you. You need to roll a dice. Whatever number comes, it's kind of a snakes and ladder. You need to answer the question and then move on accordingly. This is assignment 1. It's just a game. Enjoy it while studying. And second is assignment 2, where you need to search these words that are given below: himself, everyone, themselves, who, they, anyone. These are some of the words given to you. Now you need to, there are the directions are being given to you. You need to find and circle all the pronouns. The words may be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally placed. Just do these 2 assignments and enjoy. Thank you.